Hello, North Dakota. Bruce Moe here. Say, I'm going to run for governor again. I did in 2020, and I'm going to do it again in 2024. And if you remember, I am definitely not a politician, and I don't sure the heck don't want to talk like one. I'm going to say things that might offend some of you. And do I give a darn? No, because you have to start learning what the hell is happening in this state and in this country. Because I talk to you guys, and there's some trouble coming here. There is some real bad trouble coming here. I talk to you, and lots of you guys, oh, wow, we're never going to have elections in 2028. Definitely not in 2032 unless we get our heads out of our butts and realize we have to stand up for this country. We're not doing it. You're not doing it. I'm not doing enough neither. We have to get active. We have to decide, hey, there's problems here. Don't think that North Dakota is immune to it. We are as corrupt, if not more slimy corrupt, than lots of states. All right, what do we have here? Today is going to be crony capitalism. I call these people that are crony capitalists the CCP, crony capitalist pukes, or you can go with crony capitalist phonies. What is it? It's when our government works with select companies, people, family, lots of times. They work together to take our tax money, to take our opportunities, the average person's opportunities away, just so they can enrich themselves. Does that sound right? You know what? It happens. It's happening in this state through the local people, the national people. I mean, we're getting. I listened to just at a what a Tammy Miller rally stuff in Hillsboro, and all I heard about is how great grants are. Grants, that's money that we paid into the federal government. I mean, what the heck is wrong with anybody that thinks that that's the answer of how to get everything done? It's our money, and it's being given to everybody. And by the way, the state of North Dakota is ranked 46 per capita in getting money from the grants that you think are so great. So our great governor, our senators, they're doing a crap job, in other words. All right, we got to sit there and see what the heck's happening here. First one that we're going to talk about for the CCP. Some of it is a little tricky because of all the loopholes they could go through and all the LLCs that the companies get that we don't know what's being screwed up. But one, just a simple way of how they do it is property taxes. Property taxes, probably besides capital gains, probably the most corrupt of all the taxes. One thing, I mean, everybody asks me, how do I feel about it? I say, I would just soon abolish it and go right to a consumption tax, okay, a sales tax, whatever you want to call it. And that's fair for everybody. Rich pay, they have more money, they pay more, buy more things. That would work for me. But property taxes, the problem is, one of the major problems is, one, obviously they can raise it whatever they want, and our property taxes went up like $800, but they did give us that option that we might be able to get $500 back for 1 year. You think that's going to save us? No. The property tax is a very dangerous one. That's how they're going to get you off the farm. That's how you're going to lose your property down the road, and they're working on it fast now. Think about it. Watch the increase of your property taxes. Oh, they're going to say your house is worth a lot more, but who the heck can buy it? Think about this. Property taxes. Okay. One of the things really crooked, TIFs. What is it? It's a tax incentive. Tax incentive for what? Frauds. Tax incentive for freeloaders. That's what I say. That is what's happening here. They're just getting here. Some of these people are, well, okay, let's look at our governor. He has probably $100 million worth of property down in Fargo. How much did he pay in property taxes? Practically nothing, I'm sure. But we can't find out for sure. But yeah, I heard that he's paying very little property taxes in all his stuff that he has. What does he have? He has these TIFs, tax incentives. All right, 5 years. They don't have to pay any property taxes. Then they get extensions forever. It's like going, okay, here's a tax where certain people don't have to pay their taxes. But they expect Grandma Moses out in Beulah to pay hers, or they're going to take her property away from them. But no, we get these TIFs. What a bunch of crap. Simple fact is, as governor, it's obvious. If one person has to pay property taxes, everybody pays property taxes, or it's done. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Why are we letting this happen? Do you know what's happening, don't you now? That I remind you of it. Do something about it. Get ticked off. Sit there and say no. That's one. That's one of the CCP big ones. That are pretty obvious. Another one uh, is carbon capture. Oh yes, that one's being national wide, but we got it big time right here in North Dakota. That carbon solutions pipeline that's running through North Dakota, Minnesota, all these states, South Dakota. What a bunch of bull! I mean, seriously. For one thing, it isn't for us. It's for the oil companies. They're running it out to what is it, out west, pretty close to Dickinson and Williston, where all the oil is. Yes, that's what's going to be doing. We're paying for that dang pipeline that the oil companies are going to use. All right? No, if they want to do it, if they want to dig their ditches, that ditch and that pipeline through it, and they get the permission from the owners, or they pay the private property owners enough for it, and it gets out there, I'm saying okay. I'm not terribly worried about the explosions. It's possible, but it's going to be liquefied CO2. Okay, and it will help the oil industry get out the oil. I'm not terribly for it, but I say this is just crap when we're paying for it. All right, the federal government's subsidizing again everything. All right, probably grants too. Okay, remember that. So this is what's happening here, and there's a whole bunch. We're going to cover all kinds of information on CCP, crony capitalism. It's going to be big into lots of my stuff. And next time I'm going to go through education, probably where the CCP works the best. I mean, it's disgusting, and it's going to be like something we're going to have to, North Dakota, get our heads out of our butts. Because right now, what we don't think, and lots of you don't think it, there's trouble, but you're sitting there saying, no, well, what is it, trouble? It is in North Dakota. It's here in our backyards. People, let's get together. Hey, I'm going to run for governor. Sit there, and if you think there's possibly makes some sense, spread this word. Sit there. This is the only way we're going to get out of this crap, is to realize that there is a problem. And I'm going to continue to say we have a major problem here. All right? Sometimes the lunatic fringe is right. And people like me are telling the truth. Spread this podcast if you believe it, even if you don't. Because I tell you what, let's get together. It's our only chance to save the country, save the state. All right. Take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye.